New effort to protect same-sex marriage in California following the overturning of Roe versus Wade, which sent the issue of abortion back to each state to decide.
In 2008, California voters passed a ban on same-sex marriage. While a judge overruled it, the words are still in the Constitution.
Political reporter Morgan Reiner joins us now with what the plans are. Morgan.
LGBTQ groups are talking about putting the measure back in front of voters so that they can officially take those words out of the California Constitution. It's a campaign I'm told is going to take a lot of time and a lot of money.
Senator Scott Wiener remembers the day in 2008 perfectly.
It was the same night that Barack Obama was elected president.
A night he said for him should have been celebratory.
But then that same night, it was just devastating to have my fellow Californians decide that people like me were second-class citizens and not good enough to get married.
Californians passed Proposition 8, effectively banning same-sex marriage in California's Constitution.
And then in 2010, that proposition was ruled unconstitutional by a federal court, saying that it violated the Equal Protection Clause of the U.S. Constitution.
And 5 years after that, the U.S. Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage on a national level in Obergefell v. Hodges, also using the equal protection and due process clauses of the U.S. Constitution, a case Justice Clarence Thomas specifically said in his opinion on overturning Roe versus Wade that he would also like to revisit.
No one should rest easy believing that LGBTQ civil rights are safe in this country or in California. We've seen already that the U.S. Supreme Court is willing to overturn decades of precedent.
But Equality California has worked with legal experts who believe California has an extra layer of protection because the 2010 case predates Obergefell in 2015.
And so our focus as an organization and the LGBTQ movement's focus right now is on protecting abortion access in this country.
So they are working with the legislature to put something on the ballot the following election cycle in 2024.
We probably need to raise $10 or $15 million to make darn sure that we actually win.
An important note. No other justice signed on to agree with Justice Clarence Thomas's concurring opinion in revisiting other cases like Obergefell. Now, I do want to say that I reached out to other organizations that have a history of disagreeing with LGBTQ topics, but I have not heard back.
And Morgan, going back to the issue here, getting this measure on the ballot, how exactly is that going to happen?
Well, the legislature can put it on the ballot by passing it with a 2/3 vote and then handing it back down to the voters, or the voters can put it on the ballot themselves with an initiative. They just have to get enough signatures, 8% of how many people voted in the previous election to be exact, so it could be well over 1 million signatures needed.
All right, Morgan Reiner reporting live from Sacramento. Morgan, thanks.